Brodes Media.
That's a pretty damn good home opener, huh? Took a little bit to get going. Marquez, 6 innings, scoreless ball. Not always fun to get mowed down by the other team's starter. But here's the truth. The second we see somebody come out of the pen, you get fucking destroyed. It's just what it is. Think about that 7th inning. The 7th inning went down in such a unique way. Truth be told, you get a ground out into a double play by Nicky C. So there's 2 outs. You're down 1-0. Kepler gets on base because that's all he does all day. My man has a bomb. He's got 3 hits. He's everywhere. He's making an impact. He didn't skip a beat from the way that spring training ended. Guy looks to be a machine nice and early here. But you're down 1-0. He sets the tone with a nice single. You get traffic on the base paths, and with the blink of an eye, Nicky 2 bags is grounded out into a double play, and you think the inning's over. But it's not. Stop. Rob Thomson. What an influence he was on that inning. No Brandon Marsh, puts in Trey. Trey falls behind 0-2, and the first pitch, my man swung out of his damn shoes. And I thought, here we go. And right after that, he has a dribbler that goes foul. He's in an 0-2 hole. I'm like, please, this is going to be a disaster. This is going to be terrible. This is going to be pathetic. Earns a walk. Keeps Sosa in the game. My man at the bottom of the lineup is ripping the cover off the ball. What's he hitting? 500? Utility man and Mundo. Red hot, on fire. He gives you the lead. Kyle Schwarber, lead off. Don't forget that. If he's not batting leadoff, he's not up for added insurance in the 7th. That Schwarber is all because of where he's batting in the order. Rob. And then Rob even puts Rojas in the game. That was a masterclass from the manager. He pushed all the right buttons, and the players executed beautifully as well. What a remarkable inning. And it didn't start out that way. It wasn't strong at first. That's a deflating double play. That's a crushing double play. Now, there's still plenty of time. You're only down 1 run. Christopher Sanchez, he pitches into the 6th. He has a good amount of Ks. My man's changeup is so gross. It's so filthy. It's filthy. It's so good. Sanchez is so good. He's so good. Ew. What he's grown into. Ew. Now, his pitch count, it was 93 with his 7 Ks, 5 1/3. That'll continue to get a little bit more efficient, if you will. But you're only down 1 is my point. Sometimes you see a team roll over and say, oh, well, but not this group early on. Keep going after the opponent's bullpen. Keep attacking these scrubs. And yes, they're scrubs. Colorado is going to be a 100-loss team. Do you know what 100-loss teams have? Egregious bullpens. The Nationals will win probably, 70-something games, which means they're going to lose over 90, which means what? They have a bad bullpen. But the alternative is the other team's bullpen shuts you down. Of course, I would like to see more offensively with other team starters. Look, it's bad. There's no denying it. It is a rough go right now when you look at the lack of production from this offense when the other team starters in the game, and we're talking about Marquez, okay? We're talking about, who else was it? Mackenzie Gore, not the end-all, be-all type of starters here. There's 2 ways to think of this. Either it's going to continue and this will be a trend that lives on forever, or they'll snap out of it eventually. don't know, maybe there's something to be said about being in front of the home crowd, getting in front of CBP, a lot of expectations, weird vibe entering the season. And, well, you hold the bats tight because you want to make some strong ABs occur. You want to send the best fan base in the world into another fucking planet by hitting 7 nukes. And because you're trying to do that so much, and maybe it takes you out of your element a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's the first time getting that type of adrenaline rush in quite some time. While there were 1 billion fans at Nationals Park, it's not the same as when you get to go to CBP and play in front of this crowd. There were a lot of good fans on the road to start the season off. It's not the same. So maybe that had something to do with it. Here's one thing I got to say, though, about the home opener. And this may be a hot take. It may not be a hot take. I don't know. I never really heard anybody else's opinion on this yet. Taijuan Walker getting booed during the announcement of the roster? Didn't like it. Now, I'm anti-Taijuan Walker. I think he flat out stinks. It's not his fault. He's not doing anything wrong. He's just not good anymore. He just doesn't have it. He's not a good pitcher. But it's not his fault this organization is throwing him out there every 5 days currently. He's been a good teammate outside of what happened on social the 1 year. By the way, the 1 year everybody reflects back on as, it wasn't that bad. He wasn't good enough to even get on the postseason roster. So it wasn't that good. He may have had a win total that was respectful, but when you actually watch what transpired that year with his quote stuff, it clearly got to the point where the Phillies didn't even think it was worthy of having in the playoffs. But I digress. The frustration with Taijuan, see, here's the issue. If he goes out there and pitches, which he will, Thursday afternoon or so, and he allows a home run in the first inning, then they go down 2 or 3-0, then by all means, you could boo him then. I just don't know if that was the particular time that made the most sense for me, because right now, currently, prior to seeing him pitch anything in regular season games that have meaning, it's not really me being mad at Taijuan, it's me being mad at Dave Dombrowski for putting us in that position. I don't know if he deserves. I mean, that's a little, harsh. I don't know. Hey, here's the team. Here's Bryce. Woo! Here's Wheels. Woo! Here's Knowles. Woo! Here's Romano. Woo! Here's Tanner Betts. Even Tanner Betts. Woo! Taijuan Walker. Boo! I don't know. Right place, right time? Maybe not. That's my hot take. Here's my other hot take. And I know a lot of players are going to start doing their research on the torpedo bats. But from the last I saw, and I made sure I bookmarked this to repeat exactly which players it were. This is courtesy of Ben Silver. He says, Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, Bryson Stott, and Brandon Marsh have all placed orders for torpedo bats with Victus, per source. Here's my worry, because Alec Boehm used one today. And to be fair, he got a hit. Would he have gotten a hit without the bat, with where it was over the... I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I'm worried about. I've already come to the conclusion that Alec Boehm is who Alec Boehm is in regards to lack of power. And I've accepted it that he's good enough without the power, and that's hard for me to admit. Because with that body frame, with that ability when he pulls the ball, he's got one of the most gorgeous swings. When he gets a rip, when he gets a hold of one, it is a special, outstanding look. It is a sexy, appealing swing. It looks really good. So for him to not have to hit as many home runs as maybe I thought a few years back when projecting Alec Boehm's greatness, and I'm now satisfied with the double machine that he is, with the RBI machine that he is, hitting behind Bryce, or whatever the case may end up being, right? With Trey Turner out right now, it's a little bit different, but you get my point. I'm okay with what we've gotten out of Alec Boehm as long as there's no injury to a wrist or a hand similar to last year, as long as there's no mental breakdown, which there has been a couple different examples of that over the years. Is this going to mess with him at all? Maybe the answer is no. Maybe the answer is absolutely not. No, no, no. And this only makes him better. Maybe this brings him more pop. Maybe this gives us more bombs. Maybe this gives us a better Alec Boehm with the power department. Maybe. But knowing it's him, knowing it's the mental makeup of Boehm and the approach at the plate is Boehm, and it's very fragile, I get worried. Doesn't mean it is going to be a failure. Doesn't mean it will make him worse. Doesn't mean it will be a negative. It could very well be a positive, and I'm not ruling that out at all.